What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Fisker. I see a lot of people on social media talking about this spike that happened on Wednesday. Just wanted to break it down and go over what big money is doing and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. And my apologies, I guess, for the timeliness of this video. It is kind of late, so around 11:30. So my apologies on that. And potentially by the time you're watching this, it might even be Thursday. So who knows? Or I guess trading Thursday, if that makes sense. But getting right to it though. So Fisker did close 11.27% on Wednesday. Pretty impressive stuff, especially considering CPI came out, a lot of fear, there's blood in the market. So Fisker somewhat participated in that downtrend, as you can kind of see, but based on the volume, big money bought the dip. So essentially, that's what kicked off this nice run up here. This is where a lot of people are speculating on what the hell this was all about, causing it to get to around 3 cents. We're just shy of that. Because interesting aspect with Fisker, there hasn't been any recent news. So last news still came out March the 21st. There's been a lot of rumors and whatever else kind of happening behind the scenes. So as you can kind of see, this one stood out to me at least, and looks like it stemmed from Facebook initially, but I did do a video, I think like a week ago, and I talked on their liquidity. And I did estimate that of their inventory, which is right here, so 538 million, so about 30 to 40% of that was going to be sold due to their whole fire sale and whatever. And based off of this, it looks like it's probably more so around the 80 to 90% range. So I think overall for Fisker's bottom line, very, very advantageous. But like I said, no official news, just a lot of speculation and whatever else. But when it comes down to this spike right here, I am still monitoring exactly what shorts are doing. So for instance, on Wednesday, shorts did return 3.83 million shares. And more specifically, this spike right here, so this downtrend when they were returning some shares, roughly it went from 7 to, I don't know, just about 4 or 5 million shares based on just this downtrend alone. That in reality is what prompted this. Why they returned, I have absolutely no clue. As I've signaled in previous videos, like shorts are the ones that are causing the spikes up, abnormal spikes. Why are they doing that? I don't know. Maybe to take profits, maybe to fully exit out of Fisker. There's a lot of upside maybe in some regard, because with it going through the reorganization right now, like who knows what could happen. Like there could be a very positive outcome or a very negative outcome, because reorganization, if creditors don't want to work with the trustee, then yes, it is going to go full on bankruptcy. So hopefully right now creditors are going to be playing ball with Fisker, and then that way they can have kind of advantageous terms and conditions, and hopefully Fisker can move on to something bigger and better essentially, and really kickstart their operations. So I think right now it's still stuck in limbo. So again, to answer the question, why are shorts returning? I wish I had a good answer to that. There's a lot of things happening on a larger scale within the market, so it could be correlated with that. Maybe they're taking losses somewhere else, so they're trying to mitigate risk. Everything is connected. I think we do know that at this stage in the game. Looking under Fisker's website, there hasn't been any recent changes on that, and based on them hiring, they still have that same one new position that I did bring up in my last video, a senior accountant, that was posted 6 days ago. And in my opinion, I do feel that this position was actually hired to work alongside and assist the trustee while the reorganization does work. That could be just speculation, but in my opinion, it does logically make sense. So let me know your thoughts on Fisker. Give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying over this last little bit? Have you been selling? One thing I just wanted to bring up, so there was a recent SEC filing that was done after hours on Wednesday, just a Form 25, and nothing crazy whatsoever. So this Form 25 was submitted by the New York Stock Exchange and ultimately just signals that Fisker is getting delisted. So it's nothing really new information. Like it's crazy the fact that they're submitting it now, because I do believe it's supposed to be submitted within 5 days. So they are very late, but whatever, it is what it is. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. If you are looking at trading Fisker, so with it around 2.2 cents, you'll want to watch for this to hold. So this pivot point, so 2.1. And even though it did break, kind of flipping back and forth over the last days, it still does really pull higher. And so right now it is trading between this pivot and this R1. So even though essentially Fisker's got knocked down to OTC, looking over this last 1 week, Fisker has outperformed a lot of EVs and many other growth stocks. So I do got to give it to them. They are fighting for crazy hell. And I know a lot of retail investors have been buying over this last little bit based on just my videos and the comments. I can see that people are buying it. So a lot of people do see value with Fisker. And like I said, if the terms and conditions of the whole reorganization does work, then yes, Fisker is going to get a second life, a second breath, and maybe continue to flourish higher. As far as how high it goes, I'm not really sure. Clearly, shorts do have a lot of control over what does happen. But hopefully, as Fisker really starts to recover, again, fingers crossed, then maybe they'll start to just leave Fisker alone. That's just probably best case scenario. A lot of people on social media, once again, are just throwing out the fact that Fisker is a short squeeze play. I still do disagree with that, even though Fisker could have some upside. It's just they need a Hail Mary just for them to normalize. And so even at that stage, there's still no advantage for shorts to really exit. So that's just my opinion, of course, not a financial advisor. So let me know your thoughts on Fisker, especially when it comes down to this. What's your thoughts on, them selling a lot more vehicles than previously anticipated? So let me know your thoughts. One final thing, make sure you guys take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 7 fractional shares of the 𝗪𝗧7. So a $35 total value. Take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.